High-profile quarterback Angela Rippon and the Baltimore Charm take on Lindsay Noble and her Omaha Heart next on LFL Saturday Night Football.
Welcome to Omaha, Nebraska, site of LFL Saturday Night Football. Hello LFL fans, this is Mitch Mortaza alongside Bobby Fuco, and we've got a sold-out arena here in Ralston for this one, Bobby. Basically, the LFL playoffs have started 2 weeks early. The winner of tonight's game advances to the playoffs while the loser goes home. Both have a lot at stake, but talk to us about Baltimore.
For Baltimore, it's really simple. A victory tonight assures them their first ever playoff appearance. It gives them the crown in the Northeastern Division and the #1 seed in Eastern Conference.
Now, having met with head coach Gary Clark earlier in the day, he is still in love with this dual quarterback approach. He's not going to shy away from it. He loves what Morgan Spencer gives his offense with her feet, extending plays, decent arm. With Angela Rippon, that is a franchise quarterback. That's the way he's looking at it, wants to give her reps and develop her over the next 3 to 4 years. That's the quarterback situation with Baltimore. What are we looking at for Omaha?
For Omaha, since Lindsay Noble went down with an ACL tear, her backup, Ashley Lambert, she struggled, had lack of confidence, and her mobility's not that good. To have any shot tonight, Noble has to play, and she is going to play with an ACL tear, and she has to play great to have any shot advancing this team.
Well, the stage is set, Bobby. It is the Omaha Heart hosting the Baltimore Charm. Kickoff is next.
We are back to Ralston Arena in Nebraska. A packed house here wearing all red, getting ready for this playoff-like showdown tonight, Bobby.
I'm looking forward to this game. Omaha's got a shot at the playoffs if they can come up with a victory, Mitch.
And there's Morgan Anderson getting us underway. Deep kickoff to the back of the end zone. And Baltimore will take over from the 10-yard line. There's a look at Angela Rippon. We had an opportunity to visit with her earlier in the day and talk about this dual quarterback approach.
I definitely think I'm getting more comfortable with the dual quarterback offense. Is it what I want necessarily? No, but right now, we need to be doing what's best for the team.
Mitch, she became a team player. She obviously doesn't like it at all. She wants to be there every snap. She's a great competitor, but she's doing what's best for the team.
And there's a look at the explosive Tamar Harris. That was a tough 9-yard run. Great start for this Baltimore offense.
Tamar Harris has been a great addition in the backfield. Watch her plow through this. First play of the game, bam! That's what happens when you tackle high. You get run right through right there. Great, strong run to start the game out for Tamar Harris.
And obviously, as we've talked about all year, a lot of young quarterbacks in this league. It is great when you put them in these short yardage positions in 2nd and 1. And that is what Rippon and the Baltimore Charm are looking at now. There's another handoff to TC Mesta this time. The combination of Mesta and Harris have had a great season. That time Mesta went for about 7 yards, and let's meet the Baltimore offense.
Allie Dickey, center.
Morgan Spencer, tight end. Janine Batcher, wide receiver.
Samara Harris,
Wide receiver. Crystal Keys, wide receiver.
TC Mesta, your running back. Angela Rippon, quarterback.
Mitch, as we spoke before the game, it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. How well Morgan Spencer and Angela Rippon play tonight is the key to Baltimore's success.
And there's a look at Spencer, the lanky backup quarterback who spends a lot of time running the ball. She went for about 4 yards on that carry to the Omaha 15. And now let's meet that Omaha defense.
Chelsea Lane, defensive end.
Lindsay Burke,
defensive end.
Jacqueline Smith, linebacker.
Ashley Lambrick, free safety.
Shante Bunting, cornerback.
Sherry Hymas, strong safety.
Morgan Anderson, cornerback.
Jackie Smith is leading the league in tackles right now. Mitch is having an outstanding season.
And there's our first penalty of the night. All indications are it could be a false start on Baltimore. And that's what we're looking at.
Mitch, all year long, that's a problem with Baltimore. The two-quarterback system, they've had so many offsides and false starts. That's why I don't like the quarterback system, the way they're running it right now.
It is tough to get that continuity when you have two different signal callers, no question about it. There's an inside handoff, this time to Morgan Spencer. Spencer breaking it to the outside. Great run for the lanky, I guess, quarterback.
She is an outstanding athlete. Great call by Coach Clark. It's a tight end. It's almost like an inside reverse. She reads her block great, and a great run for Baltimore. They're off to a fast start.
That will give Baltimore a key first and goal at the Omaha 4. Big possession here for Baltimore. A big statement drive in their opening drive of this game. There's the handoff to Harris. Harris trying to cut it outside. Met by Ashley Lambrick, who spent a lot of time as the backup quarterback. We talked about her in the pregame show. Bobby did not have much success there, but is one incredible safety against the run.
Ashley Lambrick doing a great job at safety. 8 tackles, 7 solo, and she filled in quite adequately at quarterback when Lindsey Noble went down.
Second and goal now for Angela Rippon and squad at the Omaha 2. There's a handoff to Mesta, and Mesta bulldozing her way for the score. Big opening possession for Baltimore, and they kept it on the ground.
Not one pass. A great run right there by T.C. Mesta. Great celebration also. Watch the lead block, a kick-out block right there. Leads her right into the end zone. T.C. Mesta looks good coming off that ankle injury, Mitch.
Yes, she does. That has been the story in Baltimore, as we talked about T.C. Mesta and Tamar Harris, where a lot of people are giving ink to Morgan Spencer and Angela Rippon. It's been the ground game that's put them in this position.
Absolutely right.
There's another handoff, this time to Tamar Harris. And guess who's there? Ashley Lambrick, having an amazing start to this game. And there's a look at Lindsey Noble rehabbing that ACL. We asked her about it.
It was really tough not playing last game, and I've been rehabbing like crazy in order to be ready for tonight and to be ready for the playoffs.
Mitch, what a courageous player. With an ACL tear, it's torn. She has to have surgery after the season, but she's playing tonight because she knows she has to play big for to have any shot at the playoffs.
And there's a look at Raina Berriman, the starting running back for Omaha, and she goes for about 4 there to the Omaha 15.
Raina Berriman, she's the leading rusher on Omaha, but she's only averaging 2.8 yards per carry. The league average is over 5 yards, Mitch.
She has been struggling. And there's a look at Lindsey Noble's brace that she'll be wearing. An RG3-like brace, and we'll see how that holds up tonight. Now 2nd and 7 as Noble looks to Shante Bunting, quick screen pass, and there's Bunting, takes it out for a good 3 yards. Great check down there by Noble. Now let's meet that Omaha offense.
Danielle Snyder, center. Kelsey Lane, tight end. Jackie McDuffie, tight end. Morgan Anderson, wide receiver. Sarah Jane Thompson, wide receiver.
Raina Berriman, running back. Lindsey Noble, quarterback.
All of Omaha's hopes tonight rest on Noble's knee, Mitch.
Absolutely. And there's Berriman again, not much doing. Goes for about 2 yards on that. Kim Jack and Jessica Hoffner up for the stop. And Jack having a career season with 18 tackles. Let's meet that Baltimore defense.
T.C. Mesta, linebacker.
Julie Olson, linebacker.
Ida Bernstein, linebacker.
Heather Hudson, cornerback.
Deshauna Gaines, safety.
Opal Jones, safety.
Kelly Campbell, corner.
Mitch, that defense is anchored by the all-fantasy cornerbacks, Heather Hudson and Kelly Campbell.
4th and 1, and they're going to take a shot with Ashley Lambrick. Not sure of that call, Bobby. 4th and 1, and you're running a go pattern with Ashley Lambrick.
I agree. A real gutsy call by Dante Allen. 4th and 1, get the first. He was taking a shot thinking they're going to be blitzing. Ashley Lambrick broke open. Lindsey Noble just couldn't get her the ball.
Not sure Omaha fans would call that gutsy. I think they'd use another word for that one. Now a little bit of deception by the Baltimore offense as Morgan Spencer lines up at quarterback. And then Angela Rippon returns. 1st and 10 from midfield. Spencer back on the pitch out, looking deep. And she's got her receiver, Allie Dickey, on the center release play. Dickey goes for 25 yards. And Baltimore takes a commanding 12-0 lead.
Great call by Gary Clark, the halfback pass, but you have your quarterback playing halfback, Morgan Spencer. She throws a dart to Allie Dickey. Wow, what a play by Baltimore.
That is part of the advantage of having a dual quarterback approach. We've criticized it heavily this year, but there's a situation where it plays to your favor.
You can do all kind of plays with 2 quarterbacks. You got Rippon again under the center right now. Who knows where Morgan Spencer is?
There's a 2-point after attempt that goes down. Muffled snap, and Baltimore will retain that 12-0 lead.
Gary Clark, he has this team completely turned around. Their opening game, we didn't think they'd win a game this year. Right now, with the 2-quarterback system he has in, they have a shot. If they win tonight, they're going to the playoffs.
That was a quick one-play, 25-yard, 40-second drive by Baltimore.
We talk about Morgan Spencer being a runner, but she's got a decent arm, Mitch.
Absolutely, she has that threat in her arsenal. There's a failed handoff. Raina Berriman trying to create something from it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is about it.
You know, Lindsey Noble coming off that ACL injury, she hasn't got a lot of reps in practice. And repetition, that makes perfection, and right now, they don't look like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely, and Berriman has struggled, as we talked about, only averaging about 2.8 yards per carry this season. There's a look at Kelly Campbell, the all-fantasy corner for Baltimore. 2nd and 10 now for Lindsey Noble. Noble drops, inside handoff that goes to Berriman, and Berriman gets tracked down from the backside by who else? Kim Jack.
Again, Mitch, not a smooth handoff by Noble. She ran into Berriman right there. They got to pick things up on offense now.
We come to the end of the first quarter, and Baltimore up 12-0 on this Morgan Spencer bomb to Allie Dickey. A little bit of trickery in the Gary Clark offense. As we return to action in the second quarter at the Ralston Arena, a packed house, not much to celebrate just yet. Down 12-0 to Baltimore, and a key 3rd and 4 here. Snap, direct snap to Noble. Noble trying to get to the outside and just can't get there. Crystal Keys comes up.
Mitch, I got to wonder about that call. Dante Allen calling Lindsey Noble's number. She doesn't have the ACL. She cannot have the mobility she used to have. You don't run her on a quarterback sweep.
A lot of suspect play calling by the first-year offensive coordinator for the Omaha Heart. Also their head coach, Dante Allen. And here's a big 4th and 6, Bobby Huco.
What do you call here, Mitch? They haven't thrown. They have 1 completion so far. You got to air it out somehow. That's why Noble's playing the game to throw it. She has to throw right now.
Direct snap again, shotgun to Lindsey Noble. She hands off to Jackie McDuffie. McDuffie gets the first down and then some. McDuffie out for about 9 yards on that carry.
Great call by Dante Allen. He brings Mouse McDuffie, only 5'3", coming inside. Great blocking up front. She gets the first down on 4th and 6. Wow, everybody thought the pass was coming.
So you're going to get Dante Allen off the hook that easy, huh, Bobby?
Absolutely. 4th and 6 with that call. Brilliant.
Key first down for this Omaha Heart. They cannot afford to go down anymore. They're down 12 in this one. As Noble comes to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 22. Shotgun snap to Noble. Noble hands off to looks like Berriman. Merriman kind of rumbles for about 5 yards to the Baltimore 11.
Again, great blocking at the point of attack. Lindsey bursts up front at center, plowing open some holes. Omaha on a great drive right now. This team knocked off the #1 team, Jacksonville, early in the season. This is how they did it, pounding the ball.
Check that. That was Kelsey Lane for 6 yards. My error.
Pain Train Lane.
Now 2nd and 4. Noble once again in that shotgun. Another inside handoff. This one goes to Raina Berriman, and Berriman carries for the first down. They should give her about 5 yards on that carry.
The all-fantasy cornerbacks aren't coming up for Baltimore. Kelly Campbell and Hudson, they're not there. Berriman pounding it out right now.
Yeah, I think Omaha's seen the film. Those corners are more coverage corners, as you could see. Not very physical at the point of impact. There's Kim Jack. Baltimore cannot afford to lose her.
Now the sack master, she's having a whale of a season, but she does not look good right now. She's not coming out though, she's staying in.
Noble looking at a 1st and 10 now. Omaha can get a first down at the 1 yard line. There's Noble on the sweep right, trying to find a gap, nothing there, just standing straight up. That is dangerous if you're an Omaha Heart fan, her running straight up into a lot of traffic.
Running straight up and with a torn ACL. She's not limping though. She does look strong back there and no noticeable limp, Mitch.
Apparently that brace is helping her a bit. You still do not want your starting quarterback that is hanging on by a string to health running upright in the goal line situation like that. 2nd and 2 now. Ball at the 3 yard line. There's the inside handoff to Kelsey Lane, and Lane bulldozes her way in for the touchdown. Great 3 yard run by Lane.
Again, the center, Lindsey Burth. What a drive block to open up Pain Train Lane, making 6 points. Just what the doctor ordered us. You can't get more basic than that, Mitch. A straight dive play right up the middle, touchdown Omaha.
When you have that kind of size, you might as well use it. Now the extra point attempt from the 3 yard line. Another handoff to Lane. This time they smelled it out, Baltimore did. And the score will remain 12-6. Baltimore still ahead in this one.
Mitch, a really impressive drive led by Noble. Great play selection by Dante Allen. This is old school pounded out football.
Great drive that went for about 8 plays, 35 yards, and took almost 4:44 off the clock.
Both teams are pounding it on the ground. Not a lot of passing except for the halfback pass. That's about it.
Now let's see if Angela Rippon can open it up through the air a little bit. 1st and 10 at the 15. Handoff goes to TC Mesta, and Mesta goes for about 4 yards to the Baltimore 19.
Mitch, Baltimore's got to be leading the league in penalties all year long. They just stubbed their toe and they killed themselves.
That was a key error. Now backs them up to the 10. 1st and 15 from their own 10 yard line. Rippon hands off to Tamar Harris, and Harris gets about 4 yards before Jacqueline Smith steps up.
Little fight here, Mitch. What we got going?
Oh, it's just a little love tap inside there. The two kind of feeling each other out. What a lot of people do not realize is this Omaha Heart defense is ranked number 2 in the league.
Well, that's how they beat Jacksonville. This defense shut out the #1 team at that time ranked in the LFL.
Absolutely, and it's mainly that front line of Jacqueline Smith, Sherry Himes and company. Now 2nd and 11 from the Baltimore 14. Another handoff, this time to Spencer. Spencer trying to create something, and she goes for about 6 yards to the Baltimore 20.
Spencer's having a great game so far. Jacqueline Smith, as always, she got 23.5 tackles, 7 assists, and 2 sacks. She is the heart and soul of this Omaha defense.
Nobody expected that from Jacqueline Smith, and she has just stood up this year.
Absolutely, this defense is stout.
Now 3rd and 5 from the Baltimore 20. And this crowd is starting to sense a turn of momentum, perhaps. Rippon pitches back again to Spencer. Spencer wants to throw the ball, dumps it off to Tamar Harris. Harris goes for the first down and then some. Big tackle there, but not before Tamar Harris picked up the first down and a good 8 yards on that dump play.
A real heads-up play by Spencer. The same play we saw earlier, the halfback pass. They have Spencer at halfback. She was looking for Allie Dickey deep, but Omaha, they sensed it. They had it covered. Good check down by Spencer for a positive gain.
First and 10 now for Baltimore from the Omaha 22. As we approach the 2-minute warning, and that is our 2-minute break. When we return, Baltimore will be driving, but Omaha cuts into that lead 12-6. Back to a sold-out Ralston Arena. And there's a look at Angela Rippon, now lining up at a tight end position as Spencer goes under center. Pitch back to Tamar Harris. Harris trying to break it, or is that Mesta? Looks like she lost the ball. Danielle Snyder up to make that play. That was Mesta, and she did recover.
Great play by Danielle Snyder. Watch this. Handoff, they cut back, the cutback run. She reads it, goes outside, strips the ball. Danielle Snyder, she's got cat-quick reflexes. It makes an outstanding play.
Second and 11 now from the Omaha 23 as the clock runs. We're almost at the 1:20 mark of the first half. Rippon looking to dump it off, does just that. Gets it out to Heather Hudson, and Hudson goes for about 8 yards on that one.
That's one of her favorite plays. It's play action. Rippon rolls out to the right-hand side, being a right-handed quarterback. She hits Hudson underneath, a short pass, but that's positive yardage for Baltimore.
Baltimore will need to start watching the clock now as it gets to about a minute. They do have a timeout remaining in this situation. Rippon drops back, looking into the end zone, taking a shot. Oh, that was a golden opportunity for Omaha. Shantae Bunting drops an easy pick.
I don't know what Angela Rippon was thinking about here. There's nobody there. She has all kinds of time, too, in the pocket. She throws it, nobody there. Should have been picked off by Bunting in Omaha. Baltimore gets a big break with 42 seconds left.
4th and 3 now. Angela Rippon again back to pass. This time finds TC Mesta, and Mesta trying to get into the end zone. She goes for about 12 yards, and the clock continues to run. There is Baltimore looking to call a timeout, and Angela Rippon gets it with about 23 seconds left. This was a golden opportunity for Omaha that did not work out. Back to action here at the Ralston Arena, 1st and goal. Oh boy, there's Baltimore losing the snap. It was recovered by Baltimore. They'll retain possession, but that clock continues to run. We are nearing 10 seconds. No urgency on Baltimore's side. There's Angela Rippon stopping the clock.
Mitch, just like in their opener, Baltimore gets in the 5. Remember against Jacksonville, they turned the ball inside the 5, and they lost that game. Here we go again. Angela Rippon has them in the red zone, and they're making mistakes.
3rd and goal now. This sold-out crowd starting to get on their feet. They understand the importance of this down. One final play here before the half. There's a look at Jacqueline Smith as Morgan Spencer now is under center. She drops back, looking in the end zone to Angela Rippon. Overshoots her, and that'll do it. 12-6 at halftime.
Not a great way to end the half for Baltimore. Inside the red zone, right there, there was absolutely no blocking for Spencer to throw the ball.
That was a 10-play drive that came up with nothing. There's a look at Kelsey Lane that brought Omaha within 6.
Welcome back to halftime festivities at the Ralston Arena alongside Bobby Huco. And Bobby, 12-6, we expected a lot more fireworks out of this one, a little more from the passing game, but really what this has turned into is a rushing attack for both of these teams. Talk to us about Baltimore first.
For Baltimore, no passing. It's all on the ground. Backup quarterback Morgan Spencer and running back Tamar Harris are averaging an incredible 7 yards a carry.
And for Omaha, it's much of the same. Raina Berryman has struggled all year, and we're seeing that again here in the first half.
Absolutely. Mitch Berryman only had 17 yards on the ground. In fact, the whole offense only 44 yards. And as courageous as she is, Lindsey Noble, the quarterback, only 1 completion.
Well, the stage is set, Bobby, for the second half. Kickoff is next.
Back for second half action at the Ralston Arena. And let's look at our 2 quarterbacks, Bobby.
Not a whole lot of passing in the first half. Angela Urpin, 2 out of 4. Lindsey Noble, only 1 completion on that bad wheel in the first half.
With all the mistakes by Omaha's offense, they are still only 6 points back in this one. There's a look at Morgan Anderson back to receive this one. And Morgan Spencer set to kick us off for the second half. Nice high kick. Deep into the back of the end zone as Anderson is going to bring it out. She's getting through the first layer and almost broke it. She took it out to about the 16-yard.
Nice return by Morgan Anderson, straight up the gut. That's the way to have a kickoff return. You don't go sideways, you go right up the middle. She gets 15 out to the 15.
Now this Omaha offense ranked the worst in the league. And there's a look again at that brace with Lindsey Noble. Let's hope it holds up for her here in the second half. Shotgun snap to Noble, hand off to Berryman, and Berryman trying to bulldoze her way. She'll go for about 4 yards. And that's about it. Berryman does not have the explosive edge that you hope for, much like a Tamar Fennell of Cleveland or Christelle Harris of Chicago. She'll give you that 3 to 4 yards, and sometimes that's enough to just move those chains, Bobby.
No, that's their game. They played tight defense, and then they run the ball like this with Berryman going for 3, 4, and 5 yards at a pop.
2nd and 6 handoff to Jackie McDuffie. Duffy spins and goes for about 6 yards. Down to the Baltimore 24. Sorry about
I don't know whether the defensive coordinator, Raven Caldwell, he's got the players lined up 4 yards off the ball. In the LFL, you have to be 3 yards off the ball. They're giving Omaha a yard before the ball's even snapped.
Yeah, we all know about that cushion that the defense allows outside of the red zone, which is about a 3-yard cushion. Some teams will try to cheat, obviously, get up to 2. Maybe Baltimore has a different strategy going off 4.
Not a good strategy, especially against a pounded-out team like Omaha.
1st and 10 now from the Baltimore 24 as Noble looks to pass with heavy rush. Oh, and she almost had a pick there. And that was TC Mesta letting it go through her fingers.
Just a terrible pass by Noble. She steps up in the pocket. She should have held on to it. She threw it up for grabs. Mesta should have had it. Could have been a big turnover for Baltimore.
2nd and 10 now. A little bit of confusion on that handoff, but gets it off to Bunting. And Bunting gets slammed against the boards. There is a flag. And the crowd not liking that holding call. Omaha just very uncertain right now in their offensive approach. Very clear that they are the number 12th ranked offense in this league. Quick pass this time to Anderson. Anderson showing some speed, getting to the outside, and she goes for about 12 yards on that one.
Very surprising. They're going right at the all-fantasy cornerbacks, Kelly Campbell and Heather Hudson for Baltimore. Watch this. Just a quick hitch pattern. Great blocking, stock blocking right there. Big play for Omaha. That's their biggest pass play of the night.
Now about 3rd and 3 from the Baltimore 17. This drive nearly 16 plays already as Noble goes back to pass. Oh, and intercepted. Intercepted by Opal Jones. Not sure what Lindsey Noble was looking at there.
Lindsey Noble's not having a good night at all. It might be because her knee, she can't plant and push off on that knee. Just a terrible pass right to Opal Jones. That's her 2nd straight bad pass. They might even think about putting Ashley Lambrecht in the game.
There are the numbers for Noble, as you can see. Not impressive at all. And you gotta wonder how much that knee is playing into her performance tonight.
She hasn't practiced at all, and that brace, we saw it in the NFL with RG3. He couldn't move around. The same thing's happening tonight.
Another handoff to Tamar Harris. Harris getting on the outside. And horse collared by Ashley Lambert. Harris slow to get up. And Lambert trying to fire up this sold-out crowd at Ralston Arena.
What a clothesline tackle. Almost a penalty here, right to the head. Wow, under the chin. Incredible hit. I hope she's okay.
A dangerous high tackle by Lambert. Unfortunately was not flagged. 2nd and 4 now for Baltimore. There's a handoff to TC Mesta. Mesta getting through the front line, then trying to cut back. As the Omaha defense converges, Morgan Anderson on that tackle.
TC Mesta is showing no signs of her injury on her knee tonight. That was another great run. She breaks a tackle in the backfield. Watch this. She should be down right there. Runs through a straight arm tackle, cuts back and makes positive yardage. Takes 4 Omaha Heart players to bring her down.
A lot of high tackling by that Omaha defense, and that's not how you're going to get TC Mesta down. 1st and 10 from the Omaha 11. Rippon observing the defense. Another handoff to Harris. Harris trying to get on the outside, met directly by Ashley Lambrick. And Lambrick is really coming up from that safety position tonight.
Lambrick having a great game at safety. We might see her at quarterback the way Lindsey Noble's playing, Mitch. You never know. That offense is not sputtering right now.
Always a possibility. 2nd and 5 now from the Omaha 6 for Baltimore. And they are not even looking to pass the ball. This is a Tamar Harris, TC Mesta type drive. And there's the pitch out to Mesta. Mesta trying to lower the shoulder. Not quite in just yet, all the way down to the Omaha 2. And there's Lindsey Burse. Came up to make that tackle and apparently hurt herself.
Burse is having a great game, as is Jackie McDuffie and Jackie Smith on defense. They're playing tough. I'm not sure about that play selection. It looked like a read option with Angela Rippon, who's not a great runner. She pitched it real quick.
Chance of defense now, 3rd and 1. Harris trying to get on the outside, nothing doing. That was a host of tacklers. Jacqueline Smith, Jackie McDuffie, and there's a look at the leading tackler in the LFL. Jacqueline Smith came up to make that huge stop. And that was enough for this crowd to erupt.
You have to run north and south. They're going sideways on this. It's 1 yard. You got the backs to do it, but you have to go north and south. Another great play by the Omaha defense.
Here comes that crowd again. Considered one of the toughest environments all the LFL for away teams. Here's a 4th and 6 from the Omaha 7. Spencer under center. Spencer looking to pass, dropping back, looking for Hudson. Nothing there as Morgan Anderson in the coverage steps up.
All out blitz. They go after Spencer. Where her wheels get her outside, she completes the ball, but not enough.
Well short of that 1st down. Now Lindsey Noble and the Omaha Heart go back to work. Down 6 in this one. Still within reach, Bobby.
Why do you think Noble's still a quarterback? You think it's her leadership ability, Mitch?
Absolutely. I think she just gives that offense some confidence. She knows the system well. Obviously, her mobility is just simply limited tonight. And there's another flag as the handoff goes to McDuffie. And McDuffie finds some good running room. Still going. Now doing a few cartwheels or something.
She didn't think she was down. She was rolling for extra yards.
And that penalty goes against Baltimore.
Now wait a minute, Mitch. That was against Baltimore. They had a 9-yard gain. Why'd they take the penalty?
Once again, not sure about the coaching here. A little screen pass to Jackie McDuffie. And that goes for about 3 yards. That is very baffling.
They had a 9-yard gain, but they took a 5-yard penalty. Doesn't make any sense.
I think the coaches are going to look at this game film for Omaha and have a few head scratchers.
Absolutely. The offense is putting everybody to sleep, but they're still in the game.
Now 2nd and 3 from the Omaha 12. Snap to Noble. Noble sweeps right. Nearly gets decapitated by Kim Jack. A lot of high tackling in this game.
Mitch, I just don't understand it. You have a quarterback with a torn ACL, which hurts your mobility, your lateral movement, and they keep letting her run the ball. They have horses in the backfield. Keep the ball away from Lindsey Noble while she's hurt like this.
I like the way Jackie McDuffie is running, perhaps giving her a few more touches in this game. Morgan Anderson seems to have the speed that they lack on this team. Not sure why they're not getting it to some of the playmakers. Now 1st and 10 from the Omaha 16. There's the handoff to Berriman. Berriman trying to get outside. Met in the backfield by who else? Kim Jack, Blanca.
That's the way to make a tackle. Kim Jack all over the field, just like she is all year long. She steps up. Big play for Baltimore.
That Baltimore defense has really come on in this playoff run. And a lot of it has to do with Kim Jack there at defensive end. There's Jessica Hoffer at middle linebacker. And then you've got the corners, Kelly Campbell, that is. A tough lineup for Baltimore. 2nd and 11. Another handoff to McDuffie. McDuffie looking for a gap, anything, finds something outside. Gets outside for about 14 yards on that play. As I said, McDuffie seems to be a playmaker and having a little fun with the Baltimore coaching staff.
What was that all about? I've never seen that in all my years of football.
Not sure if that was taunting or just being thankful for the defensive call. And there's McDuffie getting outside. Back for the final act of this one, the 4th quarter. As Omaha continues this drive, and the crowd starting to get behind this expansion Omaha Heart franchise. 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 21. There's a handoff, absolutely met in the backfield by Kim Jack, Blanca. Big tackle there and a loss of 3 yards.
Kim Jack coming off the edge, a straight dive play. Nobody blocks Kim Jack, another great play, a loss for Omaha. Kim Jack showing her stuff again. I love the way she plays defensive end.
That motor is unbelievable. She exploded into that backfield.
You have to put a helmet on her. I don't know what happened to the left tight end for Omaha. They didn't even touch Kim Jack.
Second and 13 now. Noble back in that shotgun, looking to throw the ball this time. No, she's going to take off with it and just does not have the mobility as we talked about before. She does manage to get 4 yards on that scamper.
There's just no deception to this offense. The receivers are running basic routes, basic running game. I know that's their game, but you can't win games scoring 6 points.
You just don't feel like there's a home run hitter on this offense. Nobody to really threaten you on the outside. You do have Morgan Anderson, but just the confidence of Lindsey Noble getting the ball out there, you just don't see it.
Absolutely. Opal Jones and Tashana Gaines, the safeties, are playing way up because they're not even attempting to throw over their head.
3rd and 9 now. Mishandles the ball there, and just a very easy dump off to Ashley Lambrick, but it only goes for 3 yards.
I know Dante Allen wants Noble to play tonight for her leadership abilities, but she just doesn't look sharp. Her passes are off. Her running, she doesn't have that burst she usually has. You can't blame her with a torn ACL, but I would seriously think about putting Lambrick in the game.
There is just no rhyme or rhythm to this offense right now. And now they come up on a key 4th and 6 from the Baltimore 17. Snap back to Noble. Noble looking in the end zone and just broken up last minute. That looks to be Tashana Gaines, as Shante Bunting had this.
Great timing by Gaines. That's the best throw all night. Should have been called, but the timing was impeccable by Gaines.
Shante Bunting looked like she dropped that one. And here's a look at that number 2 ranked defense for Omaha. They will need to step up here big, and this crowd will be behind them on this series. Count on that.
Great looking crowd here in Omaha.
Always fun to call a game in front of a sold-out arena. 1st and 10 for Baltimore. There's the handoff to TC Mesta trying to get outside. Shante Bunting up from the corner position.
Coach Clark knows he's going to have to score at least one more time to seal this thing up. I wouldn't be surprised if he opens it up with Angela Rippon. She hasn't thrown much the whole game.
I don't think you can get conservative here against the number 2 ranked defense. 2nd and 7. Angela back to throw the ball, looking deep. Oh, and just overshoots Tamar Harris. That had 6 written all over it.
What a good-looking play. Angela Rippon, all she has to do is put a little bit more air under it. Wide open, should have been 6 points for Baltimore. Omaha escaped a big play there.
She might have put a little too much air as she overshot Harris, and Lambrick allowing the offense to get behind her there at free safety.
Plays like that will come back and kill you. Wide open, should have been a touchdown for Baltimore.
3rd and 7 now for Rippon. Rippon back to pass, looking, scrambling, dumping off. Oh, monster hit there. That completion went to Jessica Hoffer, it looked like, for about 6 yards.
Wow. Hoffer gets her head taken off. Incredible hit by Omaha.
Morgan Anderson up from that corner position just levels Hoffer.
They came with a big blitz on Rippon right there. She was scrambling, moving backward, delivering a strike to Hoffer, but she almost got her head taken off. This crowd is going nuts, Mitch.
4th and 1. Rippon looking for something, hands off to Spencer. Spencer cuts it inside. She'll have more than enough for the 1st down as Spencer goes for 5 yards on that one.
Split backfield. Spencer looks great tonight. She might be the MVP tonight for Baltimore. She's running the ball great. She threw an early touchdown pass. It's an all-around good game.
She is moving the sticks for Baltimore. No doubt about that. 1st and 10 now as we get under 4 minutes remaining in this game. Inside handoff goes to Spencer. And another high tackle. This time Spencer goes for about 5 yards. Jacqueline Smith on the stop.
I really think Coach Clark is calling a great game tonight, man. Giving the ball to Spencer like that, she's always getting positive yardage. Rippon hasn't done a whole lot. They kind of took the game out of her hands and put it into Morgan Spencer.
Not a lot of confidence right now, I think, in Angela Rippon. If you're going to be a playoff team, you've got to allow your starting quarterback to take some shots, I think. 2nd and 5 now with Morgan Spencer. Spencer with the pitch out goes to TC Mesta. Mesta bulldozing her way for about 1 yard. Direct impact with Jacqueline Smith.
I really like this Baltimore running game, Mitch. You got Tamar Harris, you got TC Mesta looking great, coming off that knee injury. Look at this speed burst right here. Bam! Running completely through the corner. Great run there.
What a collision with Jacqueline Smith there. That'll set up a 3rd and 6. And what Baltimore is doing here, obviously, is taking a lot of time off the clock on this drive.
Absolutely. Gary Clark, really conservative game plan, but it's working. The two-headed quarterback system is working. Like I mentioned, I don't know if I like it, but Morgan Spencer's playing great tonight.
3rd and 6 now with Spencer. Spencer back to drive. Here comes the rush. Completes it. Completes it to Angela Rippon, of all people. And Rippon and Shante Bunting having a few words.
Angela Rippon takes a shot, and then she starts talking trash. Wow, what a hit by Bunting. And then Angela Rippon says, look at the scoreboard, pointing out the score, talking trash. I love it.
4th and 1 now. If you're going to get a stop, Omaha, this is where you get it. As we come down to the 2-minute warning.
The Omaha fans, they sure can dance, Mitch.
Obviously, your standards are not that high, Bobby. As we go into the 2-minute warning, here comes Shante Bunting exploding off it. Back to Ralston Arena, and before we return to action, we've got Angela Rippon mic'd up.
First Get your fucking blocks. On one, ready? Y'all ready for this? You want this right here? Look at the score. That's what I thought, motherfucker.
Angela Rippon not shy at all. And next week, do we have another big showdown for you LFL fans as we go to Green Bay when Heather Rockstar Furr and the Chicago Bliss come into town to take on Annie Showtime Erler. That is next week on LFL Saturday Night Football.
What a game that's going to be. Two high-octane offenses. The question is going to be Green Bay's defense. Can they stop Chicago?
As the crowd starts to pick up again, Rippon hands off to Harris. Harris gets to the outside on 4th and 1. A key first down for Baltimore.
Tamar Harris, she just might have run Baltimore right into the playoffs with that key 4th and 1 conversion. Great play, great motor. Baltimore looks like they're on their way, Mitch.
And another big play on that play was the fact that she did not go out of bounds as the clock continues to run. We are nearing the 1:30 mark, and it'll be 1st and goal for Baltimore.
The only shot that Omaha has is their defense. They've been carrying them all year long. Somehow they're going to have to strip the ball, get the ball on the field, and maybe pick it up and go.
Baltimore can easily run out this clock. As Spencer goes under center, there's a penalty. That was trying to take a bit too much time off the clock, and that'll cost Baltimore 5 yards. What's great is that stops the clock for Omaha.
Terrible play by Baltimore. If they make the playoffs with plays like this, it will kick them out of the playoffs. There's no way inside of 2 minutes you have a delay of game call.
There's Rippon with the fumbled handoff to Harris. Baltimore trying to give this game away as Harris goes for 4 yards.
That could have been the play of the game for Omaha. The ball went down on the floor, a good bounce right up to Harris's hands. That could have been it for Omaha if they somehow could have picked up that ball.
Now 2nd and goal as the clock continues to run with 48 seconds now. Omaha's got to get a turnover. Rippon on the handoff. Again a muffled snap. This time Heather Hudson there to recover it. This is sloppy football from a Baltimore team headed apparently to the playoffs.
Really sloppy, Mitch. All they have to do is do a quarterback sneak or just get the clock running, and they put the ball down twice.
And Omaha uses their only timeout of this half with 31 seconds left. Here's a look at that near disastrous play for Baltimore. 31 seconds, and despite being down 6, this crowd is rocking. Rippon with the handoff, this time to Mesta. And Mesta gets rustled down after 2 yards. Not sure, Bobby, while they're not just simply taking a knee. In the LFL, you have a 35-second play clock with only 31 seconds and it being 3rd down. Why risk a handoff?
I agree. Rippon looks like she's injured a little bit there. That's not good if they make the playoffs, but I agree. This game should be over just taking a knee. But no, they put it on the ground twice, Mitch, in their last drive.
Some suspect coaching nonetheless. The Baltimore Charm are now the Northeastern Division champions, and they're going to head into the playoffs as the #1 seed, headed to Ontario, California. Now it's just a matter of waiting and seeing who their opponent will be.
Mitch, they have to, even though they won, they have to tighten their game up. A lot of little mistakes this whole game, all season long, but to advance in the playoffs, they have to focus and concentrate on every play.
And for Omaha, obviously a disappointing season outside of that Jacksonville game. Coach Dante Allen frustrated. And now for Baltimore, it is heading back home, a sweet plane ride as they are the Northeastern Division champs. For Bobby Huco, this is Mitch Mortaza. Thank you to our director, Gino Payne, our producer, Patrick Rulig. We will see you next week in Green Bay.